strike down, and also have very classical stances. My first black belt, the test was in Manila after about 4 or 5 years with Ernesto, and I have a certificate in classical arnis and then arnis de mano. And so all you have to do is look like you're dancing and you're in classical arnis. You have to do something unnecessary. That's all it is, you know. And so you have to look like you're Fred Astaire, and you probably get the certificate. But at any rate, there's classical arnis, and that's what they first started with. And so Remy, and it's almost worth hearing it. We have a lot of new people that haven't heard it. When he's about 6 or 7, men was yelling and screaming somewhere on the Negros Island. And I've been in this house. He climbed down a ladder, and he goes to the cockfighting arena. And if you can get an egg from the Negros Island for fighting cocks, it's worth a lot of money. And so he just thought maybe the birds were fighting or something. So he gets in there, and there's 2 guys in the arena with machetes fighting each other. Whoa. And they're just like in the movies, they're waving money and shouting, you know, for each other. So as Remy tells me, he says, I was, you know, hypnotized by this. 2 men with the machete, the bolo. And so he said, I'm watching. Then one guy, kills the other guy, Hippo. He's dead. And so then the men run up to the winner. And they hand him a bunch of money. Then he dies. From wounds, he said, but still. So he's watching, he said, I am hypnotized by this. So his father, the family Arnisador, he started learning stuff from his father. And also, his father was training American troops. This is kind of an unknown story. And Remy would spy on them. And so the American troops lived during World War II. And Remy would sit in the bushes or whatever, and, you know, and watch his dad teach the mano, also the stick and the knife. And so he learned a lot of stuff from that. And a lot of people don't know that story. I should probably write that story. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Ernesto was still way much younger, you know. And so they start doing this, and they started out together in the modern arnis. But there's too much friction, it's just brothers. And Remy comes to the U.S. and Parker's Internationals and does a demonstration. And Ed Parker's really responsible for a lot of famous people. And everyone claps and watches it. And then Remy, with just some luggage and stick bags, gets on buses and goes all over the United States to teach arnis. And of course, during this time, he meets the actor Dean Stockwell. You may know from Quantum Leap and various things. And he and Dean were very tight and trained all the time together. And Dean let Remy live in his house in the Los Angeles area for many years. But anyway, so meanwhile, back in the Philippines, Ernesto is developing his own thing because Remy's gone, you know. And that's how they have this foundation, but modern arnis, Remy Presas, and arnis de mano, Ernesto Presas. All my rank, 3rd degree black, is all arnis de mano. And so in about 97 or so, I am inadvertently famous in America for doing Filipino martial arts. Snape knows, these other guys know. And this is an accident. I didn't want to do this, you know. But people, basically what happened is, and it's a business thing, if you were with the Inasano world and you wanted to have a backyard workout or a small school, you wanted a basic instructorship, which to me is a green belt. Green belts teach white belts, right? It's not a big deal. But that was like graduating Harvard, you know. And so this is how they would treat you. It's like, it'll come to you someday. It'll come. There was no path. There was no path. It was just being seen, being seen, being seen, being seen, and then politics. I come back from Manila, and I got this list in my hand, and it just said, if you do these 12 things, you get that gold belt. What? And if you do these other 13 things, and so basically, if you'll do these 3 things, these 30 things on this list, you can be an instructor, and I can lineage to Manila. And these people were freaking out. You just have to do these 30 things and I can teach? Yeah, that's it. And that's how I became famous.